Well, hello everyone, it's Pastor Stephen Burney, and as you can see, I'm not on some random Scottish road today. I'm back here in my little bike garage. I'm pretty sure, maybe without the bikes, it probably looks like a lot of other blokes' garages, little tool sheds or hobby sheds or whatever you want to sort of put it by. But this one is for our motorbikes. And the reason I'm taking a video today here is that one of our friends asked us, would you show us what setup you're using for this sort of vlogging and the action camera work? So I thought today I'd just give you a little tour of that. Now, you guys will know I'm no expert at the moment, but I'm taking advice from the experts, which is always good to do. So let me just show you the kind of setup I'm using at the moment. Well, firstly, you've probably seen this quite a lot. This is our 1200, Suzuki's 1200 Bandit. And this bike used to be Sharon's before we had the kids. I've had this, what, 10 years, I think? Yeah, I think it was about 10 years. But when Sharon had the kids, that really kind of put her off going out on the bikes, which is absolutely fair. So I decided to use it for sort of going back and forth to work. Now, you guys will know that I've been off work now for 18 months because of quite a serious bungled operation. And I've got corrective surgery in November. So my bike, as it were, is simply no use for me just now, because can you see sort of hunching over the tank? It's quite a machine to drive. But I've had that for about, was it 9 years now, I think? Hey Bubbles, about 9 years now. And this is Honda's CBR 900 Fireblade, and this is the RR version, which is quite an amazing machine. Both bikes have only done around about 20,000 miles, believe it or not. So they're still well capable. Bandit will do 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. Probably a top set 155, I think. And oh Bubbles, what are you doing? What are you doing? As you can see, guys, Bubbles getting a lot bigger now. What are you up to? Anyway, so that bike is not an option at the moment. That bike, they'll do what, 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds apparently, and tops out about 180. So not that I've ever done 180 on it, but that's what it'll do. And I'm kind of missing my poor bike. But one of the issues I've got is that the bike's just had to sort of lie in the shed for the past, I don't know, 14 or 15 months. And I think the only thing that's really happened is the valve in the back tyre has just perished, and the back tyre sort of went down. But at the moment, there's not a lot I can do with it until after surgery. So anyway, this is the bike we're using for vlogging, because I can sit up lovely and straight and take some of these vlogs for you. So I'll just work my way over to the sort of tool bench, just to show you this first part. Now this part here is a mount for the action camera, for the sort of front view of the bike, like a fixed view. And I haven't tried that yet because we're still waiting for the external mic. But on a bike, even in tough corners, you're not really turning the steering very far. And I think that it'll give such a smooth view. So maybe I'll try it all out when the external mic comes in. But for the minute, I am using a mount on the front of my helmet. Let's see if I can get past there. Sorry you guys, I've got a throat job coming on. So all the experts kind of say that don't use a good brand new helmet. Use a good old helmet, because things will get scuffed and all sorts. And even the professionals need to use tape and all sorts of stuff to sort of get it all set up the way that you want it. So obviously I've took that advice, and I've actually mounted the camera right in front of my mouth area, I suppose. And I can see perfectly clearly with the camera being in that position. I can just see the top of it to see if it's still filming or not. So what we've got here is Akaso's, this actually comes with the camera, a waterproof case, which is right in front of me there. Now I might set up an external mic to it at some stage, but the problem you've got is that there's no hole in it to put the mic through. So I think I'd probably have to drill a hole and put the mic in and then tape it all up. I think that's the only way I'm going to get to use it. But that is the view that you guys are seeing when I'm out here on the old Bandit. And what I'm using inside that external waterproof is this. This is the Akaso V50 Pro action camera. It's about £117? Probably like it's about $140. I would say. And it is the less expensive version. I think everybody's heard of the GoPro. And I think, you know, you're talking £300 or £400, you know, into over $400, I think, for that particular one. But I thought, well, I'm going to go with this one because all the experts say, you know, get a 4K camera. It's a 4K camera that you need. And believe it or not, it's very difficult to get action cams that have got jacks for external mics. But Akaso advertised theirs as being mic ready and whatnot. Now, we've actually tried a couple of mics with this and they still don't work. So the manufacturer themselves are sending us out a microphone, which is very, very kind of them. So far, getting absolute brilliant sound quality, brilliant viewing quality, really, really good picture, really, really deep coloured photos, which is just amazing. So taking that advice of going no less than a 4K quality is really sort of paying off for us here. So let me show you what it comes with, and it comes with tons of fittings. I've obviously got one on the bike at the moment, I've got one on my helmet, there's fittings up the stairs, it just comes with so much stuff. And it comes with obviously spare batteries, which you need. The batteries there, what do they do, 90 minutes I think it is each, so that's pretty good. And then you also get this micro USB adapter, but the thing you don't get is the USB itself. So you have to go ahead and buy this one here, which is a 64 gig. And again, nothing less than 64 according to the experts. Because it just speeds up everything, so which is great. So this is what I've been using. You also get this, any coffee left? Oh, I do. You get this little wristband thing here. So you can switch it on and off, you can hit record. It's not working at the moment, I think it needs a new battery, but you get that with it. And this is obviously one of those mics that never actually worked out. So the last thing that I'm using, I'll try not to point to the light because that'll just blur, is this little contraption here that you see. Now this actually goes to full length, it's got 3 heights, which is absolutely brilliant. But the reason I chose this one is because it's very light. So when I'm out in the motorbike, I don't want to have tons of equipment in my bag. I just want this and, you know, my drink of juice or my phone or whatever. So this one is really, really light. And obviously the feet extend out to various lengths, so you can put it on any sort of ground. So that is the tripod that I'm going to be using, and I have used already. So there you go, you guys, tripod. And there's the action cam. Let me just give you a quick look at the side of it, because, you know, for those of you that are really interested. Obviously there's a port there for, that better, it's a bit out of focus. There's a port there to plug it into the TV, and there's a plug apparently for the external mic, but we'll wait to see if that works out. And of course the USB. It has got a very, but this is just the way that it is with action cams, it's got a very small screen. So it's difficult to sort of look at it and try and check to see if the video is quality that you just did, or, you know, or whatnot. So you guys, I thought that was maybe about all I need to show you. Very simple setup, thoroughly enjoyable to, you know, have fun with. And we're using it for everything. We use it for, you know, just normal photos for the kids and, you know, all sorts. I'm sure we'll use it on Christmas Day and fireworks night and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's working out really well and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. The vlogging, like I said, you guys, is actually practice for video sermons. Because although I've preached hundreds of sermons over the years, I've been a pastor since 2009, I've preached hundreds of sermons over the years, I've never done it on camera. I don't know why we've never done it on camera over the years, but this year just seems to be the year to start doing some sermons, doing some teaching, doing some testimonies on camera. But with the vlogging, you know, some of you guys, I think I'm just going to carry on with the vlogging as a personal hobby because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think I'm enjoying it a lot because I'm waiting for the surgery. It's taking my mind off it. It's given me sort of something to focus on. But I think even after surgery, I'll be looking forward to getting back to it. It's a great hobby, and I just hope that even at the very least, people that are maybe housebound, this will be great for people who are housebound. So that you guys can get a little view around the Scottish countryside and see some castles at the same time. So that's it, you guys, that's the setup. Hopefully it'll be Fireblade next year, but that'll be a little while. But for now we'll stick with the old Bandit. Yeah. I think we'll maybe do a couple more messages in my little shed here as well. This is my little domain. So listen, you guys, bless you and thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. God bless.